Get ready. 5 seconds. Sir, I come to another provision in the statement of objects and reasons of one of the objects mentioned is reducing necessary cost or burden by requiring companies to attach only an abridged form of prospectus to the application form. I would like to know specifically from the Honorable Minister which section of companies has represented that the cost of printing the balance sheet is prohibitive and they want to reduce it. I submit that in the annual report as presented today, there is a whole section dealing with listening of employees getting salaries of over rupees 3000, and I find that over the years these figures of 3000 is not increased. In this amending bill there is some provision resulting in large companies having thousands of such employees and they are listening those employees, which itself takes up 30 or 40 pages of the balance sheet. Merely detailing that provision can bring down the cost of printing and that will not affect the small investors in any way. Instead of doing that, they have taken powers now suggest that it should be deleted altogether. A small shareholder is not interested in who is employed and what salary he is getting. He is only interested in knowing whether a director's relative has been employed, and that was the original purpose. Paragraph. This was inserted in the 60s when it was found that the wives or relatives of the managing directors of companies were appointed on high salaries, so a provision was inserted. At the time, 3000 rupees was a very high salary. It was said that with regard to pupil drawing above 3000 rupees, details should be given. Today, the law should be amended to the effect that if the director's relatives or those connected with the companies are employed by the company, details should be given. Probably after this provision, nobody's relative will be employed because it will come to the adverse notice of the government. But abridging the whole balance sheet to reduce costs is not good. We are seeing larger cooperation instead of just giving information as required by the Companies Act. Printing fancy balance sheets, color photographs, offset printing, etc. Certainly, they are not worried about the cost. It is a strange thing that the government is worried about reducing the cost unless we are talking about the balance sheets of the public sector companies, which is a different matter, but the companies which are doing so take pride in printing color balance sheets and it cannot be their representation, and in the name of reducing cost you cannot bar vital information from us.